Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I have a few questions and I require your assistance with getting the answers to these questions. My first question is, do you think that a headache was caused by not having an aspirin? That's my first question. Second question, do you think that the missing link in your body, if you had high cholesterol, is having an absence of a statin? Do you think that on a cellular level, what's missing in order to bring balance into your body, if you've been labelled with cancer, would be either chemotherapy or radiotherapy? Interesting. It's interesting, but also from my point of view, it's a little bit shocking. And again, that's because I'm not accepting reality. I've just read this New Horizons book. It's actually a leaflet or a magazine that goes out to members, and I actually applied to become a governor on the NHS because I really wanted to make a difference. It's quite a commitment, especially as a volunteer. And what was interesting actually is because no one knows me in Lancashire, more people know me in Cumbria where my health club was. And Sarah also applied, and she actually got more votes than me, which I thought was fantastic. But anyway, my point, I do find it interesting when you read these magazines about Cancer Services Update, and you have people smiling, injecting chemotherapy. Now, I label that as draconian, and I see on here that they want to bring it closer to home, and they don't want you to travel far. And they've actually got the Macmillan Cancer supporting cancer, injecting yourself with a known carcinogen called chemotherapy. I mean, if they spilt that on the floor, they would evacuate the area, and it'd be a massive, to clear it all up. And yet it's okay, it's socially acceptable to inject it in people. And the people that I know that have been injected or have used chemotherapy, some of them are still alive, but they're still struggling with major health challenges, and some of them are dead. But I invite you, those are the nurses and doctors listening to this recording, to go onto the web and to find out on Dr. Mercola, that's MERCOLA.com, onto his website, or even just type in Gary Null, Dr. Gary Null, N-U-L-L, and find out what the survival rate of cancer is over a 5-year period. And unless it's Hodgkin's disease, lymphoma, testicular, and also some forms of breast cancer, the survival rate over 5 years is about less than 2.1%. Did I miss something, or did somebody just turn 2 pages? If my doctor told me that I had a less than 2.1% survival rate over 5 years, I'm sorry, I would take my chances with having chemotherapy, with having cancer. Oh, I nearly said the wrong thing then. I'm trying to add humour to this, but I'm also wanting a serious message to come across. What I want you to do, I want to invite you people to understand that your body has the intrinsic innate ability to heal you, and it will do that when you put in the right fuel. How you think, how you breathe, what you drink, what you consume, as in foods, not products, how you sleep or when you sleep, and the creative movements or exercise that you do will either put more deposits in your health bank account or will make you become a cancer statistic. Turn of the 19th century, 1 in 30 people got cancer. 1985 it was 1 in 8. 1995 it was 1 in 3. Now it's about 1 in 2. And the stats are getting even worse and worse. So what are we doing? Fighting fire with fire. It doesn't work. If you truly want to take control of your health, realise that you are required to change your environment. Remember, we are all products of our environment. If we live in a very toxic environment, then that's likely to bring us closer to a dis-ease. The body is not at ease because we are fighting our beliefs and values, perhaps about something, not agreeing with what somebody said or did, or we're consuming. Well, if you go to any superstore, whether you go to Booths, Asda, Morrison's, Tesco's, any of those, Safeways, over 90% of what they sell, over 90% is dysfunctional, denatured, dead. It's a product. It's been made by man. I know it tastes good. However, it will, in order to be absorbed, digested, assimilated and eliminated, it will cost more than it delivers to you. So you have a smarter choice to make. So my invite to you is to find what works. And I will guarantee if you read about Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, again, type that in, she wrote a book. All this is backed by solid research. That's why the drugs manufacturers and all the rest of them, they can't pull her apart, because she's using the information on the Journal of American Medical Association and what the CDC puts out and all the rest of it. And vaccinations for staff and more, that's about a healthy future. I do not think so. In fact, I know so. I know that vaccinations don't work, and 12 people I know at the hospital in Kendal had the inoculation from swine flu, which has clearly been shown to be the biggest joke going, and there's going to be some heads to roll for it because of the pharmaceutically driven pressure to put it as, label it as a pandemic. And these people were all off sick, all 12 of them, and 5 of them were put in intensive care. What does that tell you? Oh, it's okay, it's socially acceptable to inject people because of the pressure that was put on by the establishment. Half the doctors wouldn't even have it done because some of them are a little bit smarter and realise and look at the research. So people, wake up please. Become more aware that you are causing the disease through poor lifestyle choices. You're not a victim. Popping pills is what I label as a victim. Become empowered and take control of your health. Go to see somebody who's healthy, who deals in health, rather than somebody who deals in disease and lives 10 years less than you do. That's a smarter choice to make. And as I say, don't believe anything I tell you. Go find out if there's truth in it. And have fun as well. I love you all. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.